Drake, I'm sorry, man. It's over.
Ooh, okay. Whoa.
It's over.
Whoa.
It's
time
over.
out.
It's over.
Yo.
We are ill-advised wise guys.
Check out the full podcast. Link below.
Yo. We are the ill-advised wise guys. Your boy Jay, got my boy
Q-Deezy for Sheezy. It's way too easy. AKA, it's October, so it's getting a little breezy. I've been saying that line for last couple of weeks.
Yeah, but it only hits when it's actually breezy.
It's getting outdated.
Well, but it only hits when it's breezy. Like real talk.
Breezy.
You can't say like when you say it when it's like
cold,
spring and summer. Like nobody
I'm
cares.
cold.
Nobody cares.
It's kind of weird that you're cold in your own house. You can simply like the thermometer,
brother. You have no clothes on, man. Put some damn clothes on, man. Welcome back to the Ill-Advised Wise Guys podcast. This is episode 152.
152.
I believe so. Listen, you guys have made it this far. Please, let's put a GoFundMe up for QD to go and procure himself some sweatpants. Like I think we need that, yo.
What are you talking about?
We need that.
Sweats.
We need to raise some funds, bro.
Galore.
Again, like I said, welcome back. I'm Uche. This is Q. If you're new here, stay a while. If you've been here before, stay even longer. We want to thank everybody out there for supporting our podcast, following us on Instagram, on Twitter or AKA X, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube as always, man. Listen, we've been getting a lot of love on YouTube, and I just want to say I'm actually blown away. Real talk. We're almost at 800 subscribers, man. I feel like the last episode we had just crossed 700. So shout out to everybody who subscribed to the channel. You know, if you haven't already, you make sure to do that. Link in the description to follow us on every platform of ours. Yeah, man. I want to keep it short and sweet, man. Keep it short and sweet, bro. How you feeling though? It's October.
October is the best month of all time.
Nah, actually it's November.
October.
It's November.
October.
Because it's my birthday month.
That's true. It is the best month. Because, we talked about this earlier. Like, Christmas fell off.
It fell off, though, because, and I have reasons, but it did fall off.
It fell off.
We're older.
Amazon.
We don't care.
It's Amazon's fault. Look at me, Amazon.
You blame Jeff Bezos.
It used to be tight when people would say, oh, man, Santa brought it.
Well, I mean, of course
now it's the UPS and the people workers bringing it.
But also, of course, you're going to say October's the best because you like scary movies. So, like, but
Shimon.
Hey, listen.
And then Drake dropped.
Drake did drop, and Nicki Minaj about to drop for those people who care.
No, she's not. I heard Nicki was supposed to be.
She pushed it back.
She's
dropping this month. Yeah, but I'm sure it's gonna be good.
You want the you just?
I'm sure it's gonna be good.
You've accomplished things.
I want to kick this to you, RGM. What you got?
Check out ratingsgamemusic.com, aka the best music site on the globe. As I mentioned, we had Drake drop, so we did a review on that.
Yes, he did.
But there were some other songs that also dropped.
They did. Wait, people dropped other than Drake?
Yeah, that was not a smart strategic move, but it happened. Janelle Monáe dropped a remix to a very good song called Champagne-ish. Remix with Quavo and Lotto. Check out ratingsgamemusic.com. We got all the new music reviews for them all and all that good stuff. Oh, and movie reviews.
Mm-hmm.
Movie reviews.
Yep.
Ratings Game Movies.
And sports.
Nah, not yet. Ratings Game Movies. We got the sports IG up.
And Ratings Game Food.
Yeah. And then Ratings Game Food. Ratings Game Sneakers.
Ratings Game Weather.
Ratings Game Plants.
Ratings Game is going to start rating the weather around the world.
Ratings Game Religion.
Ratings Game Politics.
Ratings Game Politics. Oh, man. This is about to be
y'all watch out.
About to be fun.
Y'all watch out, man.
This is about to be fun.
Mad Ratings Game brands is about to stop popping up. No, also, we got a new top 5 video coming too. The white rappers.
We got the white rappers.
Listen, by the time you guys possibly watch this, that video will be out. So, actually, you know what? We'll put that in the comments or the description.
Shout out Maya for help putting that. Maya and
Cameron.
Shout
out to the team. Shout out to y'all. We got a new video popping up, and we'll try to be more consistent too. Like
100%.
I think we gotta kind of put one out at least once a month.
RGM supervisor. I gotta yell at the supervisor because he sucks.
And also, 0 Skips playlist. You guys make sure to tap into that. Shout out to all the new artists that we've been putting out new songs up on the top of our playlist. Shout out to TTEO. He knows who he is. Supporter of the show. Also, Nacho Bands. He dropped a song called Gallery. We actually reposted that on Instagram
Macho
recently.
Man's, that's a sick name.
It is. That song is super fire. He's another dude, shows a lot of love to the platform, and we rock with him as well. So again, Zero skips the playlist. Link in the description. If you're an artist and you want to get on the playlist, tap into us. Hit our email, illadvisedwiseguys@gmail.com, and we will consider your music for the playlist.
Nice.
Let's do it. Also, like I said this before, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to our YouTube, man. We got clips. I ain't talking about banana clips. I ain't talking about extended clips. I'm not a thug, okay? I'm talking about YouTube clips. You know, short, bite-sized pieces of content from our previous topics of our episodes. If you're somebody who doesn't like long-form content, you want to check out a little sample appetizer of what we do,
nice.
that's for you. And plus, we riling some people up on those too. I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's some people who only find out about us from the clips, and they end up becoming subscribers. I think that's the most beautiful part about what we're doing.
They cuss me out. They cuss me out way too much, though. I ain't gonna lie. They cuss me out.
I mean, you gotta. But see, here's the thing. You know how you always talking about people who got cuss outable faces. You got a cuss outable face, bro.
Folks always try to be like, man, what he talking about? Even when I'm playing around.
Nah, they just mad. Yo,
I'm like, bro, like, I'm playing.
You got a cuss
joking.
outable face, bro. Anyway, let's get into some of what we're going to be talking about on this episode, man, shall we? Now, we're in October. You talked about this before the episode started. I think it's a good one. Who are some of the scariest rappers of all time? And I could think of a couple names, whether it's DMX, 21 Savage, etc., etc. We're going to get into some of the people that are very scary by nature. After that, we're going to get into, who is the rap MVP of 2023 so far, man?
Oh, that's tough. That's tough.
People been killing verses.
That's tough.
You know, Travis Scott dropped the album. J. Cole's on a crazy feature streak right now. After that, we're going to get into a streamer versus rapper conversation. Ooh. You know, a lot of streamers are having I think it's like the streaming boom right now. Yeah. Even Drake just put out a line on one of his recent album he just dropped where he said, my youngins is richer than some of these rappers and they all stream. You know, I think that a lot of dudes like Kai Cenat, Adin Ross, et cetera, are having a moment right now. Are streamers more popular than rappers these days? I think it's a worthy conversation. We're going to get to it. But first, for all the dogs.
For all the dogs.
For all the dogs.
For all
the roofs.
Look for all the dogs. Hey, they made an album for you.
He's not part of the show, but he kind of is. Yeah. For all the dogs just dropped, man. Drizzy, the boy. This is a long-awaited album that I think we all have been anticipating. You know, remember we talked about a couple episodes ago, what were we going to expect? What were we going to get? Was this going to be the old Drake? Were we going to get the Take Care Drake? What were we trying to get? Remember that convo?
He said himself.
What did he say?
You should expect the old Drake on this album.
He said that verbatim. So the album dropped recently. Q, what do you think about it, man? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts, bro?
My thoughts.
And I don't want
talked a lot about thoughts on that album.
He did. I don't want the politically correct, bro. Get to the ish, okay?
We got 5 minutes, right?
We got 5 minutes. Let's go.
Oh, man. First word that comes to my mind is disappointed. I mean, I'm one of those people that I do have Drake as a top 5 rapper of all time. You know, contrary to what all you people want to say, Drake to me is a top 5 rapper of all time. But I also do believe Drake does not have a certified classic album. I like Take Care. I like If You're Reading This, It's Too Late.
Yep.
Those are really good albums. I really like those albums. But it's arguable whether or not it's a classic.
Okay.
What's not arguable is whether or not Damn's a classic by Kendrick. What's not arguable is if Good Kid, Mad City is a classic. Those are classic albums. With that being said, the way Drake kind of teased this album for years, he said, you know, there's going to be special features on this album, which was it Sade? Was that supposed to be the quote unquote? I literally heard a quote that said, Drake has somebody on this album that's gonna shock the industry.
I think he was talking about Sexy Red.
Was it Sexy Red?
You sure you wasn't talking about Sexy Red, dog?
Right? But you know, I really believed, just like Certified Lover Boy, I really believed this could be one of his better albums. Slime You Out was a really good first release. 8 a.m. in Charlotte, which came out a couple hours before the album.
Yep.
Was a really good release. When I heard the album, I was bored. When we got to the middle, I was bored. I said to myself, I've heard this style from Drake for years now. Another R&B jam. And then, the songs where he was rapping seemed a little predictable. And then also, I just felt like the album didn't flow well. And it just seemed a little too gimmicky, right? And it sucks because to me, I felt like this was an opportunity to finally drop that classic album. Mm-hmm. If Drake has been really good these last couple of months. Yep. So just to sum it up, disappointed. I would just say disappointed is my word that I want to use here. I am not going to sit here and say I expected him to drop something amazing. Yeah. Like, let me rephrase that. I just thought it would be something better than this.
I got you. You were let down. And I think that's probably a good segue for me too. Like, I was let down, like 100%. For me, I got a couple songs in, and I would say after I heard BARK Radio, I was like, listen.
BARK Radio.
It was being said. If you listen to the album, it was being said all throughout the album on various songs, whether it's a Snoop Dogg interlude part where he's like, you're listening to BARK Radio. Bark, dog. Yeah. Bark. Anyway.
I didn't even know that.
Nonetheless, Drake, I'm sorry, man. It's over.
Ooh, okay. Whoa.
It's over.
Whoa.
It's
time
over.
out.
It's over. For now.
Okay.
For now. It's over. And the reason why I say it's over is because, bro, like, I mean, everything you just said. Like, let's be honest, man. Like, this album was a letdown. And he's had several albums in a row, minus Her Loss, because Her Loss was freaking phenomenal. I really like Her Loss. Thought that
Her Loss is
a breath of fresh air.
Her Loss has aged very well.
Him collabing with 21, I believe, really gave him like a spark artistically. No coincidence they went on tour together. I think that was a bright spot in Drake's career. When it's all said and done, we're going to remember that moment of Her Loss. It was a moment. But he's had a lot of duds in a row, damn near. Honestly, never mind. We get it. Very experimental album. It was okay. This new one, it's okay to mid. Like CLB, mid. How many albums can Drake drop in a row? This is Drake. I'm with you. He's a top 5 rapper. He's on the state. He's not going to move out of it. But I do think Drake artistically, creatively has gotten to a point where he's lost motivation. This is just my perception of what's going on. I'm using the songwriting as my ammunition for saying this. The content is not there. He's not evolving as a man, as someone who I believe has way more to say that he's just not really tapping into. He's just kind of settling for the easy route, which is I'm a player and I'm juggling mad women. Okay, so what? We've heard this story. Yeah. How many more stories can we hear of this? It's gotten stale. I'm waiting for Drake to possibly take some time off, which he actually is for health reasons. Yeah. Hoping you get well, Drake.
Prayers to him.
Yeah. But I want to see Drake come back, take some time off, come back, and tap into another type of content that he maybe go on another run like Nas did. I don't think he has to wait till 50 years old to do this, but come back, maybe lock in with a new producer. Get a new sense of self and life and direction musically, man. I think that's what Drake needs right now. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna
say this because I'll leave it at this last statement I'll make. Hip hop historically has not gotten the respect that I think it deserves in terms of it being a craft, right?
Oh, for sure. I've always been on that
level of respect. Yeah. Like, you mentioned an artist like 21 Savage. I don't think enough people respect how much he's improved as an artist, right?
Yes.
It's almost like, an NBA player. When an NBA player, right, let's say they enter their rookie season, and they're like, the summer is the most important time for them. Yep. Because that's when they can sharpen up their skills.
Correct.
And then you can start to see some of the moves that they learned during the summer.
Correct.
You can see that their bag got stronger.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I feel like Drake was doing that for the first couple of years of his career, but he stopped sharpening up his skills. His skills, I believe he stopped sharpening it up probably like 7 years ago. So now when he actually gets on these records, he's still sounding like he didn't elevate his bag as an artist, like as a rapper. Like he does have his moments of where he's like highly skilled rapper, but I do sense this, I'm not going to work and getting better as a rapper. And I know the typical person will be like, Drake is a great rapper. You guys are putting him as top 5. Yeah, he's still top 5. But think about LeBron James. LeBron James, up until today, is still working on his bag. Yep. You can tell. Yeah. Kevin Durant is still working on his bag as an NBA player. And you can tell. I think this is the prime example of being able to tell somebody is not working on their skills. I like the basketball analogy because I do think that people think that a rapper is just naturally gifted, and some are. Some are naturally gifted, but a lot of these dudes they have to sharpen your skills. I've heard J. Cole, and I know a lot of artists do this, but I've heard J. Cole talk about the writing exercises that he does with JID and that whole Dream Go. Like I'm talking about legitimately, they call it writing exercises. They'll put on a beat, have a topic, rap in a certain cadence, do that consistently, rap in a different cadence, be intentional about sharpening the skill set. And I'm not sure if I'm not going to say Drake's not doing that, but what I'll say is if he is, it's not translating to the music because it's not. And at the end of the day, Drake, to me, his last album that really moved, I would say like where I felt like Scorpion was Scorpion, bro, where he really was doing something. I can see that he's still sharpening his skills as a musician. Absolutely. Because I'm going to tell you right now, more than ever, the gap between the type of music like artists like Division are making, the type of R&B records that Division are making and Drake are making is as wide a gap as ever. Like, it's not quality R&B music that he's making right now, unless you got on there. But I mean, that's just my opinion. No, but I still think look, Drake has Drake right now is playing with house money. He's accomplished so much. His prime has been for so long. Like, he's a legend. He's just playing with house money. With all due respect, but he's a legend and all of that. But this run, how it is. This run, it's over. I'm sorry to hear. I was saying it a couple years ago. This is not. I actually don't even think I'm saying anything crazy. Like, I don't even think it's blasphemous, to be honest with you. I think he's actually been on a downslide for years now. And it's no coincidence he's tried to get reinvigorated with the Lil Yachty's and, trying to get a little bit more youthful in his approach and even his demographic and who he's speaking to. It's dope. I'm not mad with that. I think it's important to ride, and get on certain waves and try to tap into a new market. That's what has allowed Drake to dominate for this long. But I do think at his age and based on the content that we've already received from him, I would love to hear more variety and just a little bit more evolution. I just think he needs that. I really believe that. He's got to sharpen up his skills just a little more. Absolutely. Next topic. Are streamers more popular than rappers these days? So you talked about that comment that Drake made. He said he's hanging out with streamers who make more money than these rappers today. Is he wrong? I don't know. You tell me. Do you think the influence that streamers have right now on not just urban culture, just culture in general, right, is higher than the influence rappers have on culture today? I think the obvious answer is yes. Yeah, I mean, why? I came to you with this topic prior to Drake putting out that line on that song. Yes, you did. Remember this. This has been a topic for a while. And the reason why, because I'm noticing the influence of the Kai Cenats, right? When people want to go and promote and collab, they go to the streamers because it seems like that's where the people are. That's where the eyeballs are. We talk all the time about who moves the needle in hip hop. And I think we can all agree it's the kids, the younger folks. This is the reason why there was some confusion. Shout out to Jordan. We was having this debate about Yeet and whether Yeet makes good music or not. But who's the person, right? Like, is it the kids saying it's good or shit? Remember we had that whole debate? Oh, of course. And it's like at a certain point, you have to acknowledge the fact that artists like Offset, when they go and promote an album, they go on to chill with Kai Cenat. They doing 24-hour streams. Lil Durk is talking about, bro, I want to do a 48-hour stream with you, Kai. That's crazy. Not only that, people like Academics also streams. He's more of a hybrid because he does podcasts, traditional style, and he also streams. He's a little older than those guys like Kai Cenat, the Adin Rosses, the XQCs, the Sneeko.
Fousey Tube. Like I'm a little bit more tapped in probably than your average person.
Definitely more than me.
Yeah, but like I do think that line from Drake in the first person shooter song I thought was very fitting of what's going on right now.
The only streamers I know are porn stars.
Hey yo.
Anyway.
That'd be a crazy ass bar, but no, I'm with you. Same. I don't know any streamers in person.
Yeah.
Do you?
No, I don't.
Here's the thing. Like, I think that right now, in this social media era, in this online era, when it comes to just marketing, because that's how I look at it. I look at it like marketing. Marketing has changed over the years. And now everything's online. Now everything is done in a more filtered and sort of influencer type manner. This is the reason why people like T Grizzly notoriously said, I'm going to stop making music and I'm going to play video games online. These people are creating servers. Like, they playing Grand Theft Auto online and they're streaming and they're making a bag. Because they see where the world is headed. People don't really care about your music like that no more. Yeah. And listen, I'm for the music 100%, but I'm saying all that to say I do think streamers are taking over. It's like as obvious as day right now. Yeah. And I do think if you're an artist or just a creator, you might want to lean towards the streaming influence, and that includes us. Real talk.
No, I mean,
what you think though?
So
have you noticed that shift though?
Of course.
Okay.
I've noticed this. Well, you know, they say your country's in trouble if you don't have a middle class, right? They say your country's in trouble if you have just a high class.
Yo, according to RGM politics, RGM politics gotta.
The middle class is what runs the country, right? Yep. If you have a middle class, if you don't have a middle class, your country's in trouble. I think from an entertainment standpoint, we're losing that middle class. And I think hip hop is in the middle class. So, you know what's interesting? The Golden Bachelor, right? Have you heard about that? The Golden Bachelor, the old guy who's searching for love. Golden Bachelor. It's a TV show. It's like the typical Bachelor.
I know about The Bachelor.
Yeah, so there's The Bachelor. So then they have one called The Golden Bachelor.
No, I'm not familiar.
Older guy.
I'm not familiar.
They said it premiered one of the highest premiered shows on ABC in a while. And they were like, yo, people forget that there is a market for older people. Older people are tuning in to watch it. They still want to watch things like that on TV.
True that.
So I think it's an eye-opening experience to tell people you guys should cater a little more to older people now because there's a market there. And I think there's a market for teenagers in terms of the streamers. You cater to those streamers cater to the younger people, right? There's no longer that middle market no more. People in their 30s and 25s and have to pick a side. Do you want to go to the older market or do you want to go to the younger market?
I will say this though, there's a misconception though about streaming. Although the biggest streamers are young, they're like in their early 20s. I forgot to point out iShowSpeed. Forgot about him.
iShowSpeed, yeah.
They're in their like early 20s.
20s.
They're either in their 19, they're either 18, 19,
right?
20, 21, 22.
Yeah.
But people in their 20s, mid and late are watching. People in their 30s are watching.
Of course, people are and that's what that's my point.
Yeah. I want to make sure
they're picking. Do they want to do more traditional TV or do they want to do streamers?
Correct.
There's like not really that middle ground,
bro. All you need to know is the fact that Drake just dropped an album for all adults, highly anticipated album. The man
went on
almost all the top streamers. He gave them the first look. Because he knows that's where that's where people are.
And you look, he's doing that, right?
Yeah.
And then you look at what Taylor Swift's doing, right? With the Travis Kelce situation. Where is she going? NFL.
Yep.
Everybody's like, oh, she's bringing the little girls to an older traditional crowd. NBC. That's old. That's old version of watching sports. You know what I mean? So there's still that demographic there, right?
Yeah,
so I'm a big demographic guy. So where does rap fall? Rap is now a prop. Rap is now
so sad to say. Bro, it's sad.
Seriously.
It's
real.
Very sad to say that. But you're right. You're right.
Music. Let me not even target.
You're saying music is not it doesn't mean what it used to be.
A prop.
It doesn't mean what it used to be. It's almost a commodity.
It's no longer a pastime for people like it used to be. It's a commodity. Streamers use it as a prop. TikTok, right? And these older traditional telecasts that we're seeing. They use it as commercial music, or they use it right before you go. How many songs have you heard for the first time? Like, first time I heard Miley Cyrus's new song was they went on commercial. Oh, Dallas Cowboys are up 20-17. And they're playing it in the background.
Yeah.
That's how a lot of people consume new music. The older people. That's how they figure out somebody made a new song.
Yep.
And the streamers. Music is a prop now.
Yep.
And I think the artists that understand that and adjust to that new age, new era are winning. Because music is no longer can stand on its own.
And
it's a prop.
Facts. And look, that's more like, I think what you just said is like advertising advice. That's like just, hey, if you're consuming new content, bro, this is where the world has been. But and the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because I'm noticing that in the mainstream for the last few months, 6 months, the streamers have not been part of mainstream media. They haven't been considered a real outlet. It's only within probably the last, I don't know, month or 2 or 3. I'm there, like this summer. It's like there's been this little uptick I've noticed. And I think it's only up from here. It's only up from here.
For sure.
It's going to get to the point where people are going to be like, yo, why would I go to ABC to, like you said, debut my song with at the Super Bowl or Monday Night Football when I can go chill with Adin Ross?
Yeah.
I can go chill with Adin Ross and get 200,000 eyeballs on me, and then I do a prank with him. I go and do we go to the mall and we give out PS4s, and like you just run up the virality, and now next thing you know, people are tapping into what you have going on.
And then it's replayability. It's talked about on the internet. I can watch it whenever I feel like it.
Yep.
It's like, that's clearly the smart way to move.
We're in a new world. We're in a new world.
I feel like a douchebag. I just keep. But it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's the truth. Like, I speak the truth.
Nah, facts.
Hip hop is now, like, music in general is just now like a prop.
It sucks.
That's how people are treating it.
Nah, it sucks, and I hate it, but it is what it is, man. Let's keep it pushing, though, man.
Yes, sir.
Next topic. Who is the rap MVP so far of the year? Rap MVP. Not pop, because Taylor Swift don't count. Rap, bro.
Rap.
We've had a very quiet year. This year has been super weird. We went through 4 months of not having a hip hop number one. Then Uzi drops. People were like, well, it's not really rap. He got that, right? Then Travis drops. Then Cole has a standout verse. Now Cole been on a run, but now Drake just dropped. If you had the name
Red drops. Sexy Red dropped more than music. She's dropping her ass everywhere.
Hey, listen, Sexy Red, she might be the MVP. Listen, I guarantee you some people would say Sexy Red's the MVP of 2023.
Ice Spice, I guess.
Who would you say? If you had to name one name, who's the rap MVP?
So I'm probably just going to speak from my perspective. Personally, me, it's got to be J. Cole. I think J. Cole has had the most impactful verses I've heard this year. Most impactful. What he was able to do on that Lil Durk song. Like, I mean, it was phenomenal. It was when I heard that song, that was like me saying like, oh yeah, I remember I like hip hop. This is why I like hip hop. Anytime he came back out, I said to myself, yo, that's why I like hip hop. When he was dropping these verses that I've been hearing. So I would probably say personally me, J. Cole. It hurts me to say that because he hasn't dropped an album. And then he also is probably maybe like 3 or 4 or 5 features he's done. But it's probably J. Cole. But, I mean, you can make an argument for those people. Uzi, obviously what he did with the Pink Tape, which I didn't think was a great album, but Travis, but they kind of just dropped and disappeared. You know what I mean? So I would say Cole. People is still resonating. Cole's verses are still resonating long after he's dropped them.
That's good. That's a good one. By the way, you took mine. Damn. You took mine.
All right, now I got to. All right, just keep.
No, but it's cool.
Find another way.
It's okay. It's okay. Because when I was thinking of this topic, I was like, bro, the man is the MVP, and like he hasn't even dropped an album, like you said. That's freaking crazy.
Yeah.
Impact is ridiculous this year. I would probably go with Travis Scott. I would probably go with Travis. reason why I'll probably go with Travis, even though I just said it, I think it's J. Cole. But like, I think the other argument you could probably make is Travis Scott, and the reason for it is, bro, Utopia. The whole idea of Utopia, the buildup of Utopia for multiple years, even when we kind of knew the date, and then when it was confirmed the date, they said he was gonna go perform at the pyramids in Egypt. That got shot down by the government. Then he's basically and he's at the festivals. He's pulling up everywhere. Like, I just think Travis Utopia, although I think the album didn't blow me away, and it doesn't have the longevity and the replay value that I would hope for it. I think Travis, that album was so impactful, and I have to give him credit. I have to. I just have to. It sucks to me though that I'm like, he probably won't put out another album for multiple years, because if I was part of his team, I would tell him, bro, you got to come right back and drop another project. You got to. Neither here nor there. I think Travis, the momentum and all the buildup going into the album, we're gonna remember that in 2023, and we'll see if somebody else comes out this year that actually might have a bigger impact than him. We'll see. The other name I throw in is Drake. We talk about all this shit we just talked about was Drake. We can't forget that Her Loss came out late last year. It spilled into the top of this year. He also went on tour, right? With 21, the tour is about to end like this weekend. Now he drops the new album. He's teased the rollout. He's had mad moments. He said so many things on stage. He had the bra moment. People throwing bra. Like, Drake has been a part of the culture this whole year, and I think he might be another person who I might say is MVP quality. You know,
despite the first segment, the bashing that we gave him.
Hey man,
but yeah, no, I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I wouldn't say this person's MVP, but we cannot forget his name in all this is Rod Wave.
Ooh, I like that.
When you talk about winning,
I like that.
Right? That's what the award is about. Most of the time is winning. Every single artist this year, like all the high quality artists, you would say had a bit of a disappointing year. Like, even though Uzi came out with the Pink Tape, probably sold well, but it was like people were disappointed with what they heard, right? Travis Scott, mixed reviews on whether you like it or not. But Rod Wave, under everybody's nose, dropped an album that outsold Doja Cat, which is kind of surprising to me. And he continues to be this underdog, like little talked about hip hop artist who I thought actually dropped. That was a good album. I personally liked that album he dropped. When his people get together at the end of the year and they say, what did we accomplish today? This year, Rod Wave's people can absolutely say they had a successful year. And I don't know if everybody can say that. You know, this was a successful year for Rod Wave.
That's true. And but you know, Rod Wave has been successful since he been out as an artist, bro. His new album, Nostalgia, that's his third #1 album. Like, bro, he sells over 100K first week. He's doing arena tours. Yeah, bro. Like, don't you love artists like that? Yo, see, the real artist, the true artist in me loves to highlight people like Rod Wave, because I just don't think enough people are speaking on the fact that
what
music,
doing?
It's music.
Yeah.
That's it's not the shenanigans. It's not the clout. It's not the virality.
Not the feature.
Bro, it's not the
He doesn't have features.
The music he makes is touching people so much.
Exactly.
That that's what has allowed him to get as big as he is, you know?
He's penetrating everything, all the fluff.
I think it's beautiful, bro. It's a beautiful thing, to be honest.
Next topic. Diddy.
What did he do now?
We're going to leave the whole Tupac thing that he's being accused of.
I'm not touching that. Hey, guys, right? If you came here
not about that.
to learn about what we think of Diddy with Tupac, bro.
But he did go on Twitter and say producers do not get enough respect. He said that what's missing in music is that, there's a lot of producers that make good beats, but the whole idea of filling a song out, making the best version, making sure the vision that person has for the song lives up to, what, they envision.
Right.
So I thought it was pretty interesting. He said he wasn't taking digs at anybody, but I thought he highlighted something that I do think is missing. Like, do you agree with that statement? Do you agree that like production is what's missing in hip hop today? Like the producer actually producing, actually doing what the definition of what a producer is supposed to do?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I got the exact tweet from him. He says the art of production has been lost. He said, no shade to any producer, but somebody who has the ability to have a vision for a song that is greater than just a beat or the lyrics. He's basically saying like that's what a true producer is, which I wholeheartedly agree with him. And I think that like, there's been a big debate throughout the years of what a producer means, right? You look at people like, I'll go back. Rick Rubin, he's had his imprint in rap culture, even though he's this white guy who looks like he's super zen-like. And if you saw Rick Rubin on the surface, you would think he has nothing to do with hip hop. But in reality, after looking more into his story, he's just someone who is able to express what he's hearing and how he believes something can be better in the future, right? In other words, having that vision, right? That foresight. And I think that to me is the power of a producer, right? Think about Kanye West. Historically, people say, bro, Kanye got a team of people. He don't actually be making the beats himself. He got people around him. And they try to downplay what that means for the overall right output of a song. Same with Diddy, right? You look at people like DJ Khaled. They talk trash about Khaled. What does Khaled do? Is Khaled really a producer? Bro, let's make one thing clear. Diddy is 1,000% right. A producer is someone who has the ability to have the foresight, the foreshadowing, to understand how a song can be structured and how you can make it better. Now, with that being said, there's a difference between a producer and a beat maker. I think that is the real conversation, because every beat maker is not a producer and every producer is not a beat maker.
Preach.
It's just really that simple, right? Like, and so I think there's a lot of up and coming producers who or beat makers, producers who might be offended by like this conversation, might be offended by what Diddy said. And I think it's the point of Diddy's statement is just, it's one thing to recreate the sound that you're hearing today. Right? It's easy to emulate. It's very easy. But can you craft a direction? Can you craft a certain texture? Can you craft melodies, harmonies that you hear in your brain that you would like an artist to rap over? That type of creative ability is what makes a producer a true producer. I'll give you another example, then I'll kick it to you. Tyler, the Creator, is a producer and he's also a rapper. I don't think he gets the credit for his production side of because he doesn't kind of wear that on his sleeve. Not at all. But if you know Tyler's music and you know of his credits and sort of what he did on Igor, what he's done throughout his career, some of the other people within our future that he's worked with, you'll be able to see that, like, bro, this guy has his tentacles, his creative tentacles in a lot of different areas, and you'd be surprised the type of music that he's been able to create.
He's stated that he's influenced by like Pharrell.
Oh, for sure.
Neptunes. You can hear it all through his sound.
Absolutely.
Right? But I mean, Diddy, like you said, Diddy's spot. I don't really have much to add. I mean, Diddy is spot on here. I mean, and the thing is kind of similar to what we were saying about Drake. You can tell, like, you're starting to be able to tell when time and effort and quality and, just a back and forth didn't happen in a song. Because I actually listened to that Diddy album.
I was just about to say we didn't even bring that. Dog, the album is incredible.
It's
the album is incredible. Like, honestly,
folks clown Diddy. Diddy is easily one of the best producers I've ever heard. Like, go listen to Biggie's first two albums. Like, the production, it's so quality. Dog. It's so attention to detail. Nobody gives credit. Everybody talks about Biggie's. Biggie's albums were good and Biggie's raps were great. Go and listen to the production, brother.
No, facts.
My God.
No, facts. And remember how we just trashed Drake and also gave him props. At least I gave him props. Rap MVP consideration. But we trashed him for his album. Bro, think about what Drake could do with a producer.
Oh, my God. That's a good point.
Who actually
That's a good point.
can produce him.
That's a good point.
Like someone to tell him, bro, I need you to tap into this. Bro,
I need you to
like
say,
trust me.
Yeah.
Tap into that. And maybe he has them type of people, but I'm going to tell you right now, they
doesn't
not
sound
doing
like
what I
It
believe
doesn't sound like
he
it.
can really.
Like you listen to,
and that's why people have cried for the whole Kanye and Drake collab for so long, because it's like.
I mean, that's but
yeah.
Kanye knows. Kanye's hanging out with. It's not a coincidence. Kanye hangs out with Ty Dolla $ign.
Yep.
Ty Dolla $ign hangs out with Kanye because I think Ty Dolla $ign may not be a producer per se, but I think Ty Dolla $ign does tell you visions.
Oh my God, bro!
How you should say it and this is that. But I'll leave it like this.
Go ahead.
If you want to see production at its highest level, listen to Diddy and Keisha Cole Last Night, and then the making of it. Where Diddy, remember that video where Diddy kept saying, I need you to tap, I need you to feel it, I need you to, and then just think about the output that Keisha Cole was able to give.
Bro.
The heart and soul.
Facts.
I don't see that.
This is facts.
I just don't see
you're,
that in music.
You're 100. And even think about.
I just don't.
Think about Nicki Minaj, what she said about her verse with Monster.
Yeah.
Think about how many times Kanye said,
told
"Yo,
her
I need you to go back. Yo, go back.
I need you to do it."
Kanye
again.
has been responsible for telling a lot of people, bro, like, yo,
I need you to,
bro, tap into something
there
else.
was,
Trust
which
me.
we didn't get a
you
chance
got
to
more.
talk about.
You got more to tap into.
I feel like we should have talked about it. There was that leak of Kanye talking
I didn't hear it.
Oh man, he's dissed Nas. He said,
"Oh, that leak. I thought you meant music leak. My bad."
No, he said Nas. Man, I'm tired of giving him beats and he's not rapping over it. Like,
yeah, he did.
Then he said something about Cardi B, but
yeah, he did.
What I was reading on the internet, I don't have an opinion. I'm just saying what I read on the internet was a lot of people were like, he's crazy, but like he's making sense here.
100%, he's making sense.
The reason people are saying he's making sense is because they see that people may not be living up to the production or living up to what he expects out of them.
We don't put enough stock into the value people like Kanye and Diddy bring to the table. I think people get people get too blinded by, hey, did Diddy actually make the beat himself? I don't care.
Did Diddy?
I don't personally
write rhymes,
care.
I write and Diddy, by the way, on that album, Diddy was awful. Like, straight up. Diddy was awful.
Wait, which album?
Talking about
which album?
The album, his new album?
He was awful.
He was awful. His raps, like, not.
It's the same old Diddy. He didn't do anything. He does what he's always done.
It's awful. I mean it. I didn't expect him to be great. He's not a rapper.
Okay, yeah, sure.
The moment he was asked to rap were awful. It is what it is. It is. It's like, when Lil Jon was talking, it was awful.
Look, man,
but the music was so good.
When you have no expectations for somebody,
exactly.
Sure.
But at the end of the day,
it worked. I'll say it worked. Yeah, I'll say it worked.
It worked.
Bro, I'm just real talk. My favorite song from that album is "What's Love."
What's love?
The feature with Nova Wave.
Oh, me too. I freaking love that song.
That is.
Oh man, let me. You want
to
go top 5 for top 5?
Bro, that song.
I think people are capping on that Justin Bieber.
Holy
I hate that Justin Bieber song.
The Love album, Off the Grid. Top 5. Sponsored by.
Damn, I was about to put
RGM.
Next topic.
You're right. Like, you take it too long. Hey, we gonna get to. Hey, let's get to it.
We can get it later.
Hey, we'll stream the top 5. How about that?
More people will watch it.
Next topic. It's October. It's scary season, also known as scary hours. Q, who are your top 5 scariest rappers?
Top 5 scariest rappers
of all time. No order.
5. Okay.
Yeah, give me 5, bro.
So DMX. Can we all agree DMX is on there?
Easily.
DMX is
easily
barking
it's
on
not even
records.
Close.
DMX was just, even the songs where he was like being sappy, like slipping, falling, was scary. Like, or even his first song, "Get at me, dog. You just want to be." He said, "Get too close to me." Protected by Viper. Stand back. Like, I just remember that as a kid, just being like, this guy is aggressive. Like, this guy looks like he just will punch you. DMX is on there. 21 Savage, especially when he first started out with the Metro Boomin beats, the dark, freaking scary sounding Metro Boomin beats, sounding like a juvenile killer. At the time, he was really young. We know 21 Savage is. He sounded like not a jail, like somebody, a juvenile. Like, But anyway,
I'm two of my top 5. I got. Let me just throw them.
Okay,
Let's just go back and forth.
Yeah, go back and
Yo,
forth.
dog. NBA young boy.
Yeah, of course. NBA young boy is a Grim Reaper.
Yo,
That's
bro.
a Grim Reaper.
Hey, listen, man. Hey, I'm not. I gotta be real with you. The man is on house arrest. I know he's not gonna come to my house. There's no. Ain't no violence gonna happen at all. But
Hey, actually, I will know.
there's an element of fear
Yeah.
on certain records that I get from YoungBoy that I did when I was listening to DMX as a kid.
Of course.
I gotta
Of
be
course.
real with you,
Of
yo.
course.
Like the belief that like he's really about that life now. Who knows if he isn't or
Yeah.
is?
Yeah.
But it's like, bro, he's giving off that energy.
Yeah,
Where it's like,
for sure.
yo,
For sure.
this guy's a loose cannon. I don't know
sure.
about this guy. You sure you want to mess with YoungBoy? Like he
sure.
has that on him,
For
on
sure.
his sleeve. You know,
For sure. I mean, that's a good one.
he's
That's
definitely in my top 5.
That's a really, really good one. Who else do I got that was scary? Ooh, Onyx. Remember them Slim? Them folks were scary.
But specifically the
you
dude
know
who was on Moesha.
You know who scared me?
What's my man's name? Yeah.
Key played Q on Moesha. Fredro Starr.
Yeah, nah, he's a
You
little
know who's
loose
scary?
cannon.
You know who scared me?
Who?
But like they weren't scary. But they were just scary. Bone Thugs. Bone Thugs and Harmony.
What?
Every kid in America was scared of Crossroads. I see you at the crossroads. Like it just sounds scary to me.
It was dark.
Not that they're scary.
No,
But even their sound.
No, it was mainly dark.
Their sound.
It was dark.
Their
It was dark.
sound gives off paranormal energy.
No,
It does.
No, you
Their
know.
sound,
No,
I swear to God.
I'm with you. I feel
like
you.
The harmonies.
I feel you.
They harmonizing,
But think about how dark their videos used to be,
Their
like back in the
videos
day,
were
like
dark.
in their whole style
Yeah.
and aura. It was very dark. Yeah.
Like I said, it's not like I'm scared of them, but they give off like paranormal activity.
I ain't gonna lie. That's a good one. But that's how almost as a kid. That's how I felt about 3-6 Mafia.
Oh yeah, D6 Mafia is dark,
Bro.
too. They're scary too.
I ain't talking about the juicy. I ain't talking about the juicy J that be having fun now. But like, yo, they dudes is shaky, bro.
Uneasy, dark energy.
And remember, back in the day,
I agree.
They toyed with the whole 3-6, 6-6-6.
Yeah, exactly.
That whole
Exactly.
like flip.
Exactly.
Remember, they actually had to change their name.
Exactly.
They were called something different before they changed it to 3-6 Mafia.
Shoot,
It was
remember
called
that. Yeah, I remember.
Damn, I forget. But
yeah.
they toyed with that
3-6
whole
Mafia.
that whole energy. And
666. They were toying with that.
that shit was it was
So
it was
then I
kind of
guess
scary.
number
I'm not
5
gonna
is Doja Cat. No.
Come on.
Number 5, Tupac. I mean,
Ooh.
Tupac.
lie. Man, he was kind of. Come on, man.
Come on, Tupac.
Come on, man. He was
on.
kind of lovable. Let's be real.
Tupac was
Yeah,
he had Dear Mama, but
he was
then he
harmless,
had
bro.
what the hell was that Illuminati? The 7 Day Theory and all this weird stuff. He was, and then, Tupac and Biggie had this weird thing about like death. Like they'll talk about it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like so, Pac was absolutely on there for me. Do you agree? Is that 5? That's 5 we got.
There was a point where definitely Pac was,
You know what I
he
mean?
was
Like,
scary.
Pac
Yeah, for
was-
sure.
Pac
I'm
was-
thinking. I'm trying to think.
Tretch was scary. Remember Tretch from Naughty by Nature? He looked like Tupac.
He did, but he kind of looked peaceful though.
So then there's honorable mentions, right? We got honorable mentions. The Game. That's just an honorable mention. Like the Game. At a point, the Game seemed super confident.
Yeah, that's a funny one.
Like,
That's a funny one.
Dirk is up there.
That's a funny one. That's a funny one. I think King Von.
Obviously,
Did we
King
not?
Von.
How can we?
Yeah, of
How can we
course.
not mention King Von?
Yeah.
I actually think King Von. He might. First off, he's above YoungBoy. He is on the level of DMX to me.
Yeah, he is.
When it's all
When
said
they
and
were
done,
talking,
when it's
when
all
they were
said and done,
when
King
he
Von's
would
going to be
rap-
up there.
Yeah. Was there any R&B singers that were scary?
Trey Songz.
Trey Songz.
Remember the whole idea that, hey man, some of these R&Bs are thugs
Yeah.
and they not all soft.
Yeah.
That started with Trey Songz. Actually, it started with Keith Sweat. Technically. But in the early 2000s, it was Trey Songz who was living up to that.
Oh, yeah.
Before Chris Brown.
Trey Songz was beating up people.
Before Chris Brown, went
ballistic.
switched over and then went crazy. But yeah, Chris Brown carried the torch.
Trigger. His name is Trigger Trey. Remember the good old days when R&B artists trying to be thugs?
It was
remember that
August
that
Alsina,
was a thing.
bro. August Alsina
That was a thing.
August Alsina might be he might be the end of that era. He was the last biggest
talking gutter.
Think about
he did.
who's the last R&B thug who got to a particular height? I think it was August, dog. I think it was August
Ty
back in.
Dolla $ign, I guess.
Nah, he didn't have that persona. I want to hear the comments that you guys probably know, man. You know,
top 5 scariest
rappers of all time. We're in the month of October. Halloween is steadily approaching. Yo, on that note, if you've made it this far, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And as always, hit that like button. Tap into us on YouTube and Instagram and all the platforms. Follow us, our individual accounts. They'll also be in the description as well. We're out of here, man.
Yes, sir.
As always, if you're giving advice, just make sure it's ill.
Yes, sir.
Bow!